We have a guest who's been staying at the inn. His name is Suchart, and I wanted to do a magic trick to thank him for being a valued guest. So here it is, Innkeeper's magic trick. I'm gonna make this ancient book disappear. Ta-da! I feel like I even tricked myself with this illusion. While I try to figure out how I just did that, sit back and relax as I tell you the next tale that I like to call Union and Disillusion.
I wanted to take a moment and thank the patrons of this channel. You guys are very generous. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Suchart, for being a guest at the Honeymoon Suite.
The unvisited isle lies in the midst of the Miskatonic River, in between two of the bridges that span the river and connect the downtown and rivertown neighborhoods of Arkham. Overgrown with vines, thorns, and unnatural underbrush, the island is home to no residents and very few fauna. Rows of mysterious stone pillars stand sentry throughout the island, rising high above the treetops. The many theories abound. None know for sure what purpose these stone pillars serve, or who built them. Very few dare to venture onto the shores of the enigmatic island, and those who do return with strange tales. Bonfires in the woods at the darkest hours of night, stone altars with deep carvings and impossible to translate, empty woods devoid of life, save for the stark black ravens and whippoorwills who perch on the tree branches and watch trespassers with eager eyes. Unfortunately for you, the stakes are too high for you to heed these many warnings. The streets of Arkham are emptier and quieter than you have ever seen them before. A familiar gray mist has enveloped the town. The haze grows denser and thicker the closer you get to the river. You move with haste, not wanting to encounter any others on your way on the site of the ritual, whether they be living or dead. You find several rowboats moored by the docks and climb aboard one of them. With the waters unnaturally still and barely any current carrying the boats, rowing toward the island should be a simple endeavor. Even so, the dense fog makes it difficult for you to get your bearings. Soon, you are completely enclosed by the gray mist, unable to see the banks of the river or the coast of the island. Shapes emerge from the fog, ripples of fear on the surface of the water. The gaze of the watcher is upon you. Just then, a pillar of spectral energy ascends into the sky, clear as day, even through the haze. The shapes all turn their attention to this beacon, and you sense the watcher's gaze slipping from your soul. The rite has begun. You roll faster, using the light to guide you. This time, you decide once and for all why you have come. Are you here to aid the Silver Twilight Lodge, or to disrupt them? We have come to stop the Lodge's ritual.
Alright guys, we are 3 scenarios away from the finale here, and this is Union and Disillusion. I played this one time, and it went very, very poorly for our group. Akachi, we had an Akachi player, and Akachi died on the Mythos phase of round 3, which was just brutal. I mean, there was like all the things aligning for that to happen, but still. That derailed the rest of our playthrough because the goals don't change based on player count if one of the players or one of the characters dies. So that's basically what derailed the rest of the game for us, because we still had three clues per investigator, so times 4, even though one of us was dead. But anyways, that was my experience with this, but it wasn't the scenario's fault. I do hear that this one is kind of difficult anyways. So let's see how it goes. Try to get as many victory points as we can. Strategy going in, I don't know. I know we have to light braziers and stuff, so we're just going to have to roll with the punches here and hope for the best. Definitely want to get a way to investigate and a way to fight early. The horror that we have on us is getting up there, so I think we need a way to mitigate that or heal that as well. So that is what we're looking at. Mateo starting at the Miskatonic River. Before we reveal that, let's go ahead and draw our opening hand. So we have Olive, Flashlight, Thermos. There we go. And Wither, look at that. So we have ways to investigate, ways to fight, and damage mitigation. I like it. Let's go ahead and keep that hand. So we'll reveal the opening location. It's the Miskatonic River. We'll probably need a couple of rounds to set up. It's a 5-shot, 0 clue. You can resign from this one, so that's at least a good thing. Start with 5 resources, 1 physical trauma, 4 mental trauma. First thing that we want to do is, we'll play the Thermos. No, we'll play Wither. Spend 2 resources. In case we get an enemy right in the beginning, we have at least some kind of a way to handle them. That's what killed this last scenario. It was a bad move on my part. It was really what killed us. Then we'll use an action to gain a resource. And then spend our final action bringing the Thermos into play, which has 3 supplies on it. And this will help us heal some stuff that's missing. That ends our turn. So we will gain a resource, draw a card, and it's Fine Clothes. What is Fine Clothes still doing in here? I'm pretty sure I upgraded out of that. Well, I guess we'll have to figure it out afterwards. Oh, this one has been a bit of a mess, because I took so long between recording scenarios that I just can't remember certain things. Anyways, well, looks like we got Fine Clothes in our hand. So we're gonna put a Doom on the agenda, which started with 3 because we didn't do so well in Wages of Sin. And looks like we do get an enemy, and it is a Whippoorwill. But it's aloof, so it doesn't engage us. Now we'll go ahead and spend 2 resources to play the Flashlight. Flashlight starts with 3 supplies in play, and it will allow us to investigate by reducing the shroud value of a location. So that was action number 1. Action number 2, we'll move to the Forbidding Shore. So here we go. 3 shroud, 1 clue. You can do a circle test to find the brazier by the wooded trail. If you succeed, you may light or unlight the brazier. I believe I'm a little confused with the setup of this one. I don't believe I sided with the witches or the lodge, but there's no option for going your own way. So I think we go with the sided with the witches thing. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm missing something on the setup, but just let me know if I am incorrect on this. So we sided with the Coven, so they are both lit. Unvisited Isle and Forbidding Shore, they're lit, so. Okay. We'll need 3 clues per investigator. So, we need 3 clues to advance. So this has a clue. Yeah. I moved in. Why did I put these here? Gain a resource, played Flashlight, and moved in. Yeah, that's it. That's my turn. Whippoorwill moves in. Gain a resource. A card. So we have 2 olives in our hand. Alright, Terror in the Night. So let's see. Test 4 willpower. Otherwise it goes in the agenda deck. Okay. Here we go. Testing 404. It is a tablet. -3. We don't have any spectral enemies, so nothing happens. We do fail though, so this goes on the agenda deck. Okay, that was the Mythos phase. So let's go ahead and start getting some things done here. So we're gonna investigate. That's a 3 to a 1. No, let's engage Whippoorwill. We'll wither for a 4 to a 2. No, 3 to a 2 because 3 to a 2 because they give me a -1. We'll commit Olive. We'll commit Olive. So that'll be a 4 to a 2. Ouch. That's a rough. It's all minus 3s. We'll commit Sacrifice as well. 5 to a 2. -2. Good enough. Whew. So we wither the Whippoorwill. He's dead. And then final action, we'll use a charge off our flashlight to invest. 3 to a 1. -4. Not good enough. Turn ends. Draw a card. Hey, shriveling. Gain a resource. Now we are at 6 doom. Fate of All Fools. We're going to add Fate of All Fools to our threat area. Nothing happens yet. Let's spend 2 resources. We'll play Olive McBride. She can soak up some horror, so that's really nice. And let's go ahead and flashlight. That'll put us at 3 to a 1. -1. Good enough. We get that clue. Okay. And then we'll go and move to the Unvisited Isle. Spectral mist blocks the way. You cannot enter this location until we unlight the brazier. Okay, so we need to unlight this brazier. So we have to test willpower or intellect 3. We'll test willpower 3. We'll use Olive to draw 3 tokens. Our willpower is 4. So we're going to 4 to 3. Draw 3 tokens. And yeah, so that's a failure. No matter what, we would have failed any of those 3 on their own. Okay, that ends the turn. We gain a card, and it is deny existence. We gain a resource, and we add a doom. It is now 7 doom. And for those who haven't been watching the previous episodes, this card is in here because I added a few of the encounter cards from the Return to sets in here. Kind of mix it up. So, Inexplicable Cold, test 4 agility. For each point you fail by, choose and discard a card from your play area or your hand or take 1 damage. Ouch. We're testing a 3 to a 4. Well, we'll use Olive. And yeah, we'll use Olive. If we commit Find Close, I can commit Find Close because it's a, agility icon. But if we commit it and we fail by 1, we still have to discard a card. If we don't commit it and we fail, we can discard Find Close. It's my thought process. So here we go. Oh, we used Olive, so we're gonna -4, a 0, and an auto fail. So that's good. So Olive works out here. We're gonna keep the auto fail and the -4 and flip this to an auto success, which gives us an extra action. No, we'll gain 2 resources because we can pick. So gain a card and a resource. We'll gain a card and a resource. And sweet. So that's the Mythos phase. Let's play Emergency Cash for 3 resources. And then we will spend them to play Shriveling. So Shriveling taking up our other arcane slot here. Got 4 charges. And let's go ahead and unlight the brazier. So we have a 4 to a 3. -1. We got it. We unlit the brazier. That ends our turn. Olive readies. Deny existence. Gain a resource. And now we are at 3, 6, 8. Okay. This is a Whispers in the Dark. Next to the agenda deck. Each location gains Haunted. Take 1 horror. Okay. Whatever. Alright, our turn. We're going to move into Unvisited Isle. 2 clues, but there is a victory point here. And you can circle test willpower and intellect to examine the brazier in front of the standing stone. If you succeed, I forgot to show you guys. If you succeed, you mean light or unlight the brazier? Okay. So until the end of the round, increase the difficulty. If I do Haunted, okay. Not a big deal. So we move in. What do we want to do here? Let's heal some horror. We're going to use the thermos, spend a supply, heal 2 horror. And then ends our turn. Draw a card. Seal the Elder Sign. Perfect. Gain a resource. That's 10 doom, I think. 4, 5. Nope. We got 1 more to go. Is that 10? Yeah. No, it's 8. Sorry. Oh, this should have advanced last round. For some reason, I read it was 10, and I think I know why. That. I misread the doom. Apologies. Here we go. So this is check the missing persons log. If at least 1 person was taken by the Watcher. No, I don't think so. Penny was taken by the Mist. So, for each character that was taken by the Watcher, place 1 resource. Okay, so Spectral Watcher gains the following text. For each stolen soul, the Spectral Watcher gets a +1 fight and +1 health. Okay. That's fine. 10 doom. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a doom to this one because we missed last round. It's not a big deal. Okay, and now we'll draw our encounter card, and it's Ancient Evils. So it looks like we're adding another doom to it. Okay. We have 8 rounds. Let's make the most of it. So we need 2 clues to gain this victory point, and then we need 2 clues to advance the act. So now we know what we need to do. Let's use our flashlight. 3, 2, 1. That's a skull. A skull is a -2. That's good enough. And then we'll investigate again. So we're going to use Olive. We'll pull 3 tokens. Let's hope for an Elder Sign this time. 3 tokens. No Elder Sign. That was a 3 to a 3, so that was a failure. Do I use Seal of the Elder Sign? We already wasted an action investigating a 3 to a 3. Wait, this could help us advance the act. Yeah, let's use it. Seal of the Elder Sign. Final action, and we'll get a free action as our ability, and then we'll advance the act. We still have 1 action left. Okay. So this was Act 1A. Yep. So each investigator choose 1 of the set aside unvisited Isle locations. There we go. So we'll just put that there. Go into play. move to that location. If investigators sided with the Coven, the brazier at each is lit. Place a resource shuffle. Each of the story cards beneath the scenario reference card. Okay. So this is the unvisited isle. There is a victory point there, and there are 2 clues. And then we have to get this. Each of the story cards. Okay, so here we go. This is Penny's fate. Person section. Take control of the Penny asset. Ooh, what? Wow, this went so much different than the other time that I played. Look how cool that is. So we actually get Penny White in our ally slot, and she doesn't take an ally slot. Yeah. Oh, and we get a +1 willpower. Sweet. After you succeed a skill test, discover a clue. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's really good. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. Fated Souls. 2 clues per investigator. Okay, we had 1 action left. So this is great. Let's investigate. So we have no other means to investigate. We're just going straight up 3 to a 2. Okay. Autofill. That's an autofill. Okay. Turn ends. Draw a card. Hey, Diana, all the ladies are showing up. Big party in the woods. Alright. So, add a doom. Oh, I forgot to get rid of these clues when I advanced the act last time. Death approaches. Surge and peril. Holy shnikey, that's ridiculous. Okay, and it surges. Uh-oh, Fate of All Fools, Part 2. The Revenge. 2 direct damage, 1 doom. Okay, I'm gonna place a doom. That's kind of that's terrible. Okay, so we can't leave from here, so let's, until we investigate, let's try and get these clues out of here. 3 to a 2, 3 to a 2. I may have to draw cards. +1, look at that. We got a clue. That's a rare occurrence. That was a dumb play, so I really should be drawing cards. We'll spend an action to draw a card. Ace of Rods. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to pay 3 resources to play Ace of Rods as our final action. That ends our turn. Draw a card. The Tower. Can't commit cards to skill tests. Not worried just yet about it. Crypt Chill. Test 4. We have right now a 5 willpower. Okay. Or we discard an asset. I'm not worried about it. 5 to a 4. -4. We failed. We'll discard the empty flashlight. Okay. Not bad. Let's get this final clue. We'll get rid of Ace of Rods for a +2 and a free action. So we're testing a 5 to a 2. A tablet. -3. Well, it's good enough. We gain a victory point. And we still have 3 actions left. Let's advance the act. To be. Spectral Watcher comes out at the Miskatonic River. Okay. That's scary. Shuffle Watcher's Grasp and Watcher's Gaze into the encounter deck. There we go. Along with the discard pile. And return the location to the center of the play area. Okay, but this has said Geist Trap into play. Okay. Here's the Geist Trap location. It's in play. So unvisited isle. This had a brazier. And then this one. Okay. Okay. I think that's it. So now we go to Act 3, version 4. They're close. Okay. During a circle action, reduce the difficulty by 2. If you spend a clue. So now we just have to unlight the braziers. Good enough. Oh wait, this should have been a brazier lit there. Okay. Well, we got the clues from this one. We just need to unlight the brazier there and there. Okay. Fair enough. We have 3 actions for this round. Oh, we gotta shuffle this. Okay, so game plan. Just run around and unlight the braziers and we should be good to go. Haven't pulled any enemies. I think that's what's certainly helped. And we didn't use any experience points from last scenario. We banked them. So now if we finish this one with at least 2 or 3 XP, we're going to have some nice upgrades for the next scenario. Which I'm looking forward to because the last 2 scenarios we've been kind of lagging on the experience department. Okay, I think that's shuffled well enough. Okay, so 3 actions left. Let's try to light this brazier. Agility and intellect. And it's a 9, a test of 9. So we have 3 and 3, that's a 6. Ouch. We can't commit, oh shit. We can't commit cards to skill tests. We have to play the tower. So we'll use an action to gain a resource. Use another action to play the tower. Okay. That's good enough. And then we have 1 more action. We're going to have to draw cards to commit to these tests. This is going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to have to be drawing cards quite a bit. Draw a card, and it's sign magic. Okay. Turn ends. Draw a card. 6 cents. Gain a resource. We could use clues to reduce the difficulty. So we can come here and here, pick up a couple clues, and use them to reduce the difficulties. I forgot to move our boy over here, the Spectralist, the Spectral Watcher. Realm of Torment. Oh, God. Well, that's annoying. If we take a damage... Oh, no, that doesn't kick in. Okay. Beginning of... Oh, when your turn ends. Okay. When your turn begins, resolve the haunted ability. So we're going to take either discard an asset or take a damage. Let's take a damage for now. Take 1 damage. Alright, fair enough. Let's go for this one first, because that one should be easier for Mateo. We move in to the unvisited isle, which is connected. Yep. So we're going to test willpower, which is 5, plus intellect, which is 3. That's 8. We have to test at 10. That's tough. That's tough. Great. All right, let's draw a card. We can't beat that test right now. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The black book will help. We moved in. We drew a card. And now we'll draw another card. Okay, these all could help actually. Okay, that ends our turn. The Watcher comes in and engages us. Hits us for 1 and 1. 1 damage, 1 horror. Put a horror on Olive. Put a damage on Penny. And we're going to have to shrivel him next turn. Okay. Hey, it's a flashlight. That'll help too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh boy. I think I'll discard Sign Magic because we have more willpower icons in the deck than anything else. Gain a resource. Doom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just got a few rounds. Alright, Spectral Raven. Alert Hunter and retaliate. Ouch. You must resolve the Hunted ability or gets +2 fight, +2 evade. Increase the difficulty. Okay. I'll resolve the Hunted ability and boost the difficulty of the circle because this round we're going to spend it fighting anyways. Okay. Let's shrivel the Spectral Watcher. One charge of shriveling. And we're at 5 to a 3. 5 to a 3. -1. Good enough. He takes 2 damage. We're going to shrivel again. It's going to be a 5 to a 3. -2. He takes 2 damage. Let's do it again. Let's kill this guy. Spectral Raven. 5 to a 2. Zero. Spectral Raven's dead. Turn ends. Spectral Watcher attacks for 1 damage and 1 horror. We'll put a damage on Penny and a horror on Olive. We'll put a horror on Penny. Alright. Turn ends. Oh, test 3 willpower. Okay, so we're testing 5 to a 3 to remove Realm of Torment. We failed. And spectral enemy at your location attacks you. Spectral Watcher attacks us, but we'll deny existence for the damage, and we'll take the horror. Okay, and Realm of Torment stays there. Oh, man, this is such a pain. This is getting to be a little bit more rough than I thought initially. Ooh. Psych Pump Song, Surge. Oh my god. I'm screwed. Oh, I took a horror. That means we take 2 horror and this goes away. Brutal. Just brutal. This is what killed Ikachi that one time. She had one of those or 2 of those, and then she shriveled and pulled a special token. And she took a bunch of horror. I mean, it was just absolutely brutal. So, okay. Now if we take damage, we're going to take a ton of damage. It's so crazy. And it surges, so we got to get that card that fell. Let's see what it was. Oh man, here we go. Look what it is. Eager for Death. Great art. I believe Jeff from Winging It, that's his favorite art from Arkham Horror, which is a really good choice. It's really nice art. Test 2. For each damage on you, I have 2 damage on me, so it's a difficulty of 4. If I fail, I take 2 horror. I might die from horror, like, by taking, like, 7 horror in 1 round here. Okay, I can block it with Deny Existence, I guess. But I want to save that for the damage. Well, we're testing against a 4, so we have a 5 to a 4. We'll use Olive to draw 3 tokens. Please be in Elder Sign. Okay, oops. That's actually a success. So we'll drop the skull and keep the 0 and the +1. Eager for Death goes away. Realm of Torment kicks in, so we have our circle action. Difficulty is increased by 2 for this round. Ridiculous. Okay, let's hit this guy now with Wither for 1 damage. So that'll be a 5 to a 3. -1. Good enough. He is defeated, which means he exhausts. And we'll play the Black Book. Okay, so now we're at 5, 6, and we have 4 intellect. That's a 10 to a 10. We can attempt to unlight this. 10 to a 10. We'll commit the flashlight. No, let's commit 6 cents. 11 to a 10. St. Hubert's Key. 12 to a 10? No, so we killed him. That was 1 action. Action 2, let's draw a card. Shoot, Mr. Brilliant. Okay. It's not gonna help. So we're gonna have to commit flashlight, 6 cents, St. Hubert's Key. We're at 10 to a 10. This puts us at a 13 to a 10. A skull. -2. And we reveal another token because we're in the middle of circle action. Oh wait, the circle action was boosted to a difficulty of 12. -1. Not good enough. So I forgot the haunted ability kicked in, so the difficulty went up by 2. So it was actually 13 to a 12. So that means I failed. Alright, turn ends. He doesn't ready because we defeated him this round. And now we're going to discard all our resources, which we don't have any. Now we'll gain a resource. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next round we'll have to go and resign. Watcher's Grasp. Heal 3 damage from the Watcher. Ready him. So he readies, engages, and attacks. Which means this goes off. We take 2 damage. So we take a damage from the Watcher. which we're going to put on... We'll put the damage in the horror from the Watcher on Olive. And then the damage from Psychopomp Song, we're going to deny. This is tough. I don't know that we're going to be able to finish this. We started off well, but these circle tests are really tough. And now this Watcher is threatening to kill us. We may just have to resign to save our 2 victory points and get the heck out of here. Because this kicks in again. Oh, we didn't test last round. Let's see if it went away. 5 to a 3. 6 to a 3. That's an auto fail. Yeah, it stays in there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we have to resign this round. Okay. Let's go resign. Nothing else we can do. We move. Watcher attacks us for 1 damage, 1 horror. We'll kill Penny. I think we get to keep her in our deck. So we'll have to sleeve her up here. And then yep. So we'll put her in here, and then we'll move again to the Miskatonic River. He attacks us for 1 damage, 1 horror. We live to fight another day. 2 victory points. We resign. Mateo's not doing very well in this campaign. Mystics are just... They take so long to set up. And as good as Mateo is, like he's kind of set up, but it just took too long. So now things are starting to get derailed. The Doom is about to advance. And so, yeah, that's just too bad. We haven't reached a resolution since like the 2nd scenario. We've either gotten killed or resigned. Alright, so here, resolution 5. So the right column was the one that was most prevalent, so we go to resolution. Yeah. Yep. Alright, that's it. That's Union and Disillusion. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
You barely remember sprinting back to shore and getting in your rowboat. It is as though you were possessed by a fit of madness or by a spirit bent only on survival. You cannot say. You are shaken to your senses by the powerful gale which sweeps across the river, almost capsizing your boat. The spectral pillar making the site of the largest ritual suddenly bursts outward. Dozens of specters and phantasmal shapes fly across the treetops and glide across the water. You will never forget their shrieks, like hundreds of death cries, sounding at once. When you come to your senses, the wind has subsided and the dark mist has vanished. With the ritual concluded, the island seems to have returned to normal. But was the ritual successful or did it fail? You make your way to the center of the island to find out what happened. As you arrive, you find Annette and her coven heavily wounded, and the lodge stands victorious. Carl Sanford holds a thick leather tome in his hands, its pages glowing with arcane power.
What have you done?
Annette yells. Several members of her coven surround her. They are embattled, but you have no doubt they would have laid down their life to protect their high priestess from harm.
What have I done? Why, I have cheated the devil!
Sanford responds with a sinister grin. You notice the words of his tome are now glowing with a spectral radiance.
Keziah signed the Black Book of Azathoth in order to learn the secrets of the universe. A fatal error in my estimation, for it put her in the clutches of one far more powerful than she.
He begins to read from the page as he explains further.
She paid the price. but I shall reap the harvest.
Annette clenches her jaw and turns towards you.
Listen to me. You cannot even begin to fathom the secrets this monster now possesses. You must stop him now, no matter what the cost.
You hold your tongue, but in the back of your mind you suspect Annette is right. Sanford has tricked you. This is what he was after all along. Perhaps he considered this protecting humanity, but the truth is that he has endangered the lives of others over and over again in order to serve his own greed and lust for power. However, before you can confront Sanford, he turns to the other members of his order and points to you.
This one is no longer useful,
He explains.
Kill them all.
Erin, get with Koa.
Annette barks to the red-haired witch next to her. The witch nods in response and waves a wooden rod in front of her, creating a cloud of mist that masks your presence.
We have to get out of here. Go!
Annette yells. Your escape is a blur. Rogue members of the Silver Twilight cult chase you relentlessly throughout the Forsaken Woods. You are only barely able to make it back to the shore before they catch up to you. You motion for Annette and the others to join you, but she shakes her head.
We'll meet again soon.
The edges of the witch's cloaks bleed into the night sky, and with a swirl of darkness, they vanish one by one. When you finally return to the banks of the Miskatonic River, you take stock of the situation.